Everyone, Richard Lewis here, and as I promised, I was going to pick up more interviews with CSGO players around this event as best as I could, time permitting. One of my good friends from Denmark has been so kind as to grant me an audience, and it's especially kind given the result that they've just had. It is Dupreeh from TSM. So, first off, brother, commiserations. I know it sucks to lose, but I think it's still a really strong finish for you guys. I think you've lost to the team that will go on to win it. So how are you feeling?
Obviously it always sucks to lose, but apart from that, I feel like we kind of threw the game ourselves, and they outplayed us in Inferno. Everything just like I just met Happy in the elevator as well, and he said that every call they did was right. It was terrorists. Like every time they did a call, it was the perfect one to counter what we were doing at CT. So it was like just kind of this snowball effect. Like every time we tried to adapt to what they were doing, they did this to adapt us, and then it just went downhill from there. Like we were 12-3 as CT is not too good. We just try to keep our heads up, and like we can just take one round at a time and see how it goes. But obviously, it didn't really work out.
Well, I mean, on the plus side, I think you guys can feel a little bit validated. You came into this event with the whole sort of Dubai invitation thing hovering over you. People were saying there's no way you're not a top 5 team, and you finished, at a major top 4. And as I said, I think you've lost to the winners. So, do you feel validated now that you guys should have been invited to Dubai?
Well, yeah, definitely. I even believe that before we actually came to this tournament. So obviously, yeah, I think we proved that we're a top 4 team. But it also shows that the top 4 can beat each other anytime, any day. It just matters who has the best, who's good on the day. And obviously, what EnVyUs is doing right now, we did like 2 or 3 months ago. We won 3 tournaments in a row. They're on to win their second one probably this time. They just play phenomenal right now. Like everyone on the team is so motivated because they just made this new change, and everyone like this new blood. It's just something that changed the team. Everyone wants to win so bad. Obviously, we won that too, but they just played better today, and that's as simple as that. But yeah, I definitely feel like the top 4 was what we wanted. Like at least the top 4 was what we wanted here.
Have ESL been in touch with you about the Dubai issue? Because obviously they did tweet out that hey, help us community, we can fix this. I mean, I was with you guys at the Ace of Predator Masters, and I was talking to Device, and I was like, yeah, this is bullshit. Like, I don't know what's happened here. So ESL reached out to you and said, look, we're going to try and fit you in, we're going to see what we can do.
I can't talk too much about that.
Obviously, that's cool. You can dodge the question if you want.
I am going to dodge it.
That's fine. Hey, I got respect for you, brother. You can dodge the question. All right, so let's talk about EnVyUs just a little bit as well. You talked about this sort of, it just felt they were like super motivated, super strong. We're used to this, the people who've come from Source, because every time the French guys used to do a reshuffle, that team would go on to be the best team in the world, typically for Very Games, although briefly for Nameless. Having played them now, I mean, are we saying that about EnVyUs? Do we feel they can be stronger than a Fnatic, stronger than you guys?
I don't know. I think it's really hard to say because all teams are so good individually. I mean, I am going to say that I think that EnVyUs is probably the best as of right now, individually skilled team in the world. Like everyone on that team is just incredibly good. Everyone can step up. So like it's just not it's not fun playing them because like they hit so many headshots, and like it's not like they do this super duper strategy or anything. They're so good at trading kills all the time and just working together like a unit. And then if it doesn't work for them working together as a unit, they just have the individual skill to just step up and just to win rounds by themselves. So it's really hard to play them. But we have that too. Fnatic have that too. Yeah. I'd say Virtus Pro have that too. Everyone in top 4 has that right now. NRP has it too. Right now they're kind of in the slump, but back in the days they used to have it as well. And yeah, that's just how the game is. Everyone is so skilled.
So what were you guys doing after finishing so low at the Ace of Predator Masters, coming into a major? A lot of people were sort of theory crafting, speculating you deliberately lost in the Ace of Predator Masters, that you weren't playing well because, Carrigan had said, hey, we need to lose sometimes so we can get some tactical ideas. So how did you spend the time between the 2 events?
Well, we bootcamped after Gamescom as well. To try and get new ideas and stuff. Like we actually still have some stuff that we actually didn't get to prove here. Like we have some strategies that we didn't even have time to do and stuff like. So we still have some stuff in our pocket that we haven't showed here, so that we can potentially use in another tournament coming up. But yeah, we just bootcamped. Like the first couple of days was really good. We played really well, and we had some new ideas going. The last 2 days went really bad. I don't know why, but I think it was because we kind of played too much. We got fed up with playing. We played 9 hours a day instead of playing the usual 4 or 5 we do at home. So it was just a little bit too much. We couldn't focus for that long, so we ended up And then when we didn't really want to play, everyone was like getting a little angry with each other, or like getting arguments going and stuff like that. So, but overall, I think the bootcamp helped us determine how we wanted to play and do and stuff like that. And then today we just lost because Eminem was better. So
Did IEM help as well? Because I mean, obviously, you came up against EnVyUs again there, and you did lose the 3 maps. That was what kind of made me feel that these guys were going to win this major. But obviously, it was a different format, so it wasn't a super serious tournament in a lot of ways.
Well, I think the format was pretty fun. The only downside was the alliance thing going on. Even though we had an alliance with SK, kind of, as everyone knows, it will hurt the team that's not in an alliance by far. And then when it came to maps, we got. Well, I'm pretty sure that EnVyUs has a bigger community than we have, so we just got outpicked kind of because all of them just wanted them to play like Cache, Cobblestone, Inferno, which is, first of all, Cache is not one of our good maps. Cobblestone we barely play, and Inferno is their strongest map. So it's just like playing 3 maps that they were extremely well prepared for, or we just didn't play it as much. What we thought about this tournament was we could actually ban out what we wanted to play. We wanted to pick what we wanted to play, and it proved well. Like just 2 was easy for us. We didn't really have problems on those 2. Cache we should have won, in my opinion. And they're so good on Cache. Like our online performance on Cache against them has been so horrible. Like we lost like 26-4 in brightness and shit like that. And Inferno everything just went to hell in Inferno. I don't even want to comment on that.
Yeah. So let's talk about format. I've been asking all the players that I've been talking to about the format here. Again, you can dodge this question. This is one of those dodgeable questions because I know it's political. I don't feel this is the optimal format for a major, in my opinion. I want best of 3s in the groups, and I know a lot of players feel the same way. Valve have privately said to players that there's good reasons for doing it the way that they're doing. Have Valve won you over? How do you feel about this format personally?
I don't think the format is well. I think what they did this time was a little bit better than they have done the previous times, where you could basically just go out the first day. You should play the same amount of game, kind of, but it still feels like the best of ones can get so random. Like I remember when we were facing Renegades, so we lost the pistol round, got behind 3-0, lost the first battle round, behind 5-0 as CT on train. I was like, oh shit, like we're really under pressure this time, like. And we just made a comeback. We played pretty well after that, but it's so easy for the underdog to kind of, if they just catch the team that they should not beat off guard a little bit, it's so easy for them to cause an upset. I know people love upsets, but in this kind of tournaments, it's more about who is the actual better team instead of the one being lucky or the one having the actual just being lucky at the moment.
Yeah, and of course it makes pistol rounds like super overpowered, right, in a best of 1.
Yeah, and I'm still not a fan of pistols in general. Like,
I agree.
The pistol round, yeah, fair enough. But then people just force buy, so whatever. Who cares about the pistol round then? Like, it's so stupid, but they don't want to listen. So, yeah, but I've told them a million times, but they still think it's fine, and I'm still bugging about the jumping scout as well. I know a lot of people do that as well, and people are abusing it. NBK.
Yeah, I was going to say, mate, he's the chief offender.
Yeah, well, he's. I wouldn't say, like, of course it is kind of abusing, but he's just using the utility that is actually there. It's not like he's using a bug or anything, because it's not a bug. Like, and then he's just using the positions where it's really effective for him, like in be apps on Mirage, but then just kudos for him using it and know how to use it probably. But I still think it's horrible. But yeah, I would definitely say that best of 3 would probably be a good idea to get the better team going to the playoffs, or at least doing something like the international, having a round of robin, 8 teams, something like that. Could work as well. I don't know.
Let's talk about TSM. You guys, when you got picked up, obviously you moved from Dignitas into the TSM organization. Massive step up in terms of exposure, massive step up in terms of the rewards and being looked after and all of that kind of thing. It was always a kind of a weird pickup to me because I thought TSM might go North American, keep that consistent. They looked for European players and chose you guys. Now, what's kind of happening there? Like, how are things within the organization? How are you guys sort of living up to being in the spotlight so much? Like, you know, it's like I say, probably something you've never been used to. So how is it going for you?
I'm not going to be saying too much about it, but I'll try and keep it on the surface.
Absolutely.
I really enjoy our stay. It's been definitely a lot better than Dignitas in a lot of ways. First of all, brand-wise, we feel like we've gotten more fans, just in general. Everything's working out actually pretty fine. I really like the organization. It's having a good time here. But I don't think it's like... I think everyone knows that maybe some of our popularity or the brand-wise and fans and stuff is coming from the actual have a League of Legends team. You know, that is by far, like, that is where that is where TSM belongs, or whatever you want to say. That's where TSM started. That's where TSM is. But it's not like we feel like we're the second team or anything like that, because like they're still paying attention to us. They keep asking us how we're doing and what we want to do and all that stuff. So they're definitely treating us really well. But everyone knows that TSM is the League of Legends teams. That's where if you would ask who's TSM is, everyone would probably select Berks and all that stuff. Like that's how it is, and we're fine with that. It's not like we're gonna be we want to be the main team or anything like that. Nothing.
They've started playing Counter-Strike now, though.
I know they follow us and we follow them. Like it's like a small Danish family. I really enjoy it. So we're having a good time here, definitely.
Do you think about using your kind of newfound status as being a superstar, playing for a big organisation like TSM, to help Danish esports? And the reason I bring this up is there isn't really, I mean, like, all due respect to Copenhagen Games, that's still a LAN party. It's not really a major tournament, a major event. We don't do slaps anymore, I don't think. Obviously, what was the other one? I can't remember. The Blast, yeah, there was the Blast, HK LAN. All the Danish LANs that we used to go back in the day all seem to have really died off. And it's a shame, because even though Denmark only has a population of 5 million, the level of engagement, the percentage of people that are into esports is huge. Now, not a lot of people know this, but Copenhagen Games could have been a serious tournament, possibly even a major. It was in contention, and I think that's the word on the street. Let's put it that way. They elected to keep with the LAN party roots. Now, is there anything you guys can do, from your lofty positions now, to maybe kind of help and get some more serious tournaments in Denmark?
Well, it's kind of a hard question. I mean, if you look at the Danish supporters we have at home, I think the majority is actually obviously rooting for us, because we are the best Danish team and have been there for a long time. We have teams as well, but they're not really competing at our level yet. And I mean, like, it's kind of hard to I'm still a little bit disappointed in Copenhagen Games, actually, because I don't know that as you mentioned, it's kind of it feels like they want to be something they're not really capable of being. If you want to say it like that. It's all the time. There's so many problems with it, and like there's all these stories with the admins making weird decisions and stuff like that. People have to decide to boycott the LAN and not showing up and stuff like that. I don't think it's as bad as people might make it, but I just remember the last edition we had a huge discussion with the organizers, because they have flipped the bracket in such a weird way that we were playing Virtus Pro in the quarterfinal or something like that, because it was random seed from 1 to 18 or something like that. I don't know, it's something like that. It was really weird. I'm not here to talk shit about Copenhagen Games at all.
No, of course
that's not what I want, because it is still like the main event we have in Denmark that is supposed to be the big one. But we were told them, we were straight honest, like they need to get their shit together if they want the top elite teams to come. They need to pull their shit together. It's not in terms of prize money. Like, it doesn't have to be 250,000. It doesn't have to be 100K. It could be like, face it, 40K or something like that, and then still have the good teams coming. But it's just first of all, the format could be better sometimes, and then the admins should be something that knows what they're doing, not just something they pulled in from the street asking, hey, do you want to try and be an admin? Or they have done some admin-wise stuff at Slap or something like that. It does not work when there's so much money involved, so yeah.
What's your favourite tournament to attend, then?
That I have attended?
Yeah.
This one, by far.
Yeah.
Like, everything is so smooth. Like, like, the stage is amazing. Like, the setup is amazing. They made this new tables. It's really amazing. The only bad thing that has been here was the new sound system they tried to
I saw that.
They tried to put it in play, but it didn't really work out. Like, you could see there's some white noise going on all the time. You couldn't really hear what people were saying. Like, the in-game sound was a little too low. But then they went back to the setup they had at Katowice with in-ears and buds above that, and this works perfectly. Yeah, you can't hear anything from the crowd or anything in the commentators. You just hear your teammates, and everything's just completely smooth.
So look, just a final question, then I'll let you get back to enjoying the rest of your day, and I'll see you at the party later anyway. Obviously, like you said, you're a little bit disappointed, but it's still a good placement. This is basically the seeding for the best teams in the world, ultimately. That's how it works. How are you guys going to bounce back? What are you guys going to be doing to break back into that top 3? Yeah, well, we're going to start thinking about what we've done wrong, because I can still see some mistakes that we're doing here and there that's basically keep coming in. Like, we keep making the same mistakes, that's what I mean. Like, it's pretty simple mistakes, but people still do them. I don't know if it's because of, like, stuff is getting hyped and, like, we're getting closer to the final and stuff like that. I don't know if it's had things to do with that. But we're going to go home. We're going to work out some new ideas what to do. Like, just work on the mistakes like everyone says all the time. But this time it's like, I think when you learn it from major, it's something different. Like, instead of if you would have learned it from a smaller tournament, then it would be like,
we didn't hit our shots, blah blah blah. But still work on our mistakes. But I don't know. It's kind of hard to say because I don't feel like we lost the game today because we didn't play good enough. Obviously, there were some mistakes in terms of communication and aim fails here and there. But EnVyUs, that's what I've said to all the other guys I've been interviewing. When we play EnVyUs or we play Fnatic or we play Virtus Pro, it's not about who's the best, has the best strategies. It's the one that hits the most headshots. Yeah. And that's how it is in the top 4. If someone hits the headshots and hits the right, get that one kill that just opens around, or getting that one versus one that screws up the other team's economy, then you win. That's just how it is. That's why it's so hard to determine who is the actual best team right now. I mean, Fnatic has probably deserved the title since they have been winning a major and consistently performing top 1 a lot. But the last 2, 3, 4, 5, even 6 sometimes with Na'Vi and stuff, it can be so random, and that's how it's so hard to determine who's the better team sometimes. So
look, I always forget to do this, but I'll remember for you guys. Shout-outs, because obviously you need to talk about sponsors and fans and all that stuff. So take it away.
Yeah, well, just a huge shout out to everyone that's supported this tournament. It's been real great. Otherwise, I want to thank TSM for helping us with all the financial stuff, but just in general, sending us to events that make this possible for us. It's definitely a dream coming true. Thanks to all of our sponsors, which is here all over the place. And just a huge shout out to all my personal fans and my family and my girlfriend.
Excellent stuff, man. It's good to see you again. Thanks a lot for doing the interview. And since there's not a website to plug for this, just do all that YouTube shit, like, comment, subscribe, whatever it is YouTubers say. We'll hit you up on the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.